So this here is the new EPP expanded polypropylene nuc 6-frame nuc from Oldcastle hives, Oldcastle farm hives. Sorry, it's very much based on another 6-frame nuc on the market, but I have to say, right, the one thing that stands out, it is light as an absolute feather. There is no weight to this at all. Let's say 1.6 kilos. I'm not sure what a standard like Payne's or BS Honeybees nuc weighs, but it's a lot heavier than this. They are, they've expanded polystyrene, as everything else is made out of. All poly products, expanded polystyrene. This is expanded polypropylene. It's a food safe plastic. It's used a lot in the food industry for transporting goods, etc. It's got phenomenal heat thermal properties, so it's great at retaining heat, it's great at controlling heat levels. What else is there? I've been told that this doesn't need to be painted. You can just leave this. This is a one colour product, and you could just leave it because it won't degrade. It's also fully recyclable as well. Now, I'm blown away by it. Predominantly the price to start with, it's £20 to £25 cheaper than competitors. Little things, so when we look on the outside of it, you're going to have a divider in here, so we've got the 2 disc entrance, one here. So we stuck them on earlier because I didn't do an unboxing video because I don't really think about it correctly. So let's have a look at the lid. So I don't know if you can see on the lid, we've got spaces here so we can stack them, and I like this little touch, the regress in the middle, so we can put a ratchet strap around there. You've got the standard details, logo of the company, phone number of the company, and email address. We turn that over, we can see the indent in here, so if you're not using the feeder, the divide will go right to the top. And when we look at the lid here, the feeder, is it a miller feeder? It's like it's a kind of a split miller feeder. So you'd fill this with syrup, and then it's divided down the middle, so the bees will feed from one side if you are using it as a 3-frame mating nuc, or if not, they can all feed. It's also got the bung in the middle, so we can feed fondant in the winter, which is a great little touch. But I like the feeder, as well as being quite thick. You look at that, it's, oh god, throwing it everywhere. What's that? It's 3/4 of an inch thick. So I'd imagine the thermal properties are quite decent there. I haven't got any numbers or anything. Do these come out? Oh, this comes out, and oh, look at that, that's quite smart. So we could take the divide off if we wanted to. Look at that, every day's a learning day. And that's gonna go like that. So we can sit that back in there. So that's not too shabby. I really like this. Again, similar. This is different. It's similar, but it's different. And then the actual nuc itself. So partial mesh floor, 4 decent moulded feet, the 2 entrances, and we've got the Corex divide, which I know you can get metal ones. And that sits in there quite flush. Now I know the aluminium ones you can purchase from another supplier, works quite well, but that does a job, doesn't it? Now, actually, while we're here, the one thing I'm sure, the one thing we can check out is this is a Maze More extension box with 6 food frames I've just extracted. does it fit? I'm not really set up here. Is this going to fit? It does. So you hear it here first. The Maysmore extension will fit on. Look, all interchangeable. So that's great. So we have polypropylene, expanded polystyrene. It feels really strange. It feels, I don't know, it feels strange. I guess because all of mine are painted and quite rough. It feels nice and smooth. It's tough. You feel it's gonna be tough. It's high impact. It'd be interesting to see how quickly it melts. I'm going to test it at some point by accident when I put a smoker next to it and melt it. So I'll give you an update there. But I really like this. I'm a big fan of this already. What we're going to do is we're going to do our inspections, and we may well put a split in it today, I think. But no, yeah, I think you are in the market for some standard 6-frame nucs. I would say give it a go. What, you know, you're going to spend 70 quid on a nuc. Try spending 50 quid and see what happens. But I'm going to stick some bees in there and I'll update you. Thanks so much.